Welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Damien, my friend Alistair, and Dan.
What's up?
Close friends of ours.
Very
and
close
today
friends.
we're going to review the Gavita LED Grow Light. So, firstly, is there anything that you can point out yourself immediately?
The first thing that's very obvious, especially with the design, is that Fluence have a remote ballast, which they also advertise that you can place separately from the, or externally from your grow. So that ballast actually can then sit on top of your tent, which means you can reduce the tent, I mean the heat in the tent, where the Gavita ballast is built in. So
do you find these to produce a lot of heat?
The ballast is typically going to be one of your greater producers of the heat. You know, I mean, we even see it in HID units, the ballast is going to heat up. You need to convert that electricity. And so, you know, just from looking at it, the first thing you can see is, okay, that's got a ballast, where this is a 1 unit. Okay.
Let's look at drawing power. 650 watts, I think it is, from the wall.
Yeah, so I think they both, we actually should have.
No, 650 from the wall.
650 from the wall.
1650
micromoles, and it's 2.6 micromoles per watt. So yeah,
giving a footprint of 1.5.
Easy 1.5,
1.5 by 1.
From veg straight through to flower.
All through flower,
full spectrum.
Full spectrum.
Full spectrum,
includes
lighting,
far
go
red.
right through the whole entire
Actually wearing
cycle.
Method 7
Because
sunglasses.
it's intensely bright right now.
It is
Yeah,
super
so
bright.
it's-
That's why we
you can't see it from the film, but it's blinding. Like, you can actually see the far red.
Yeah, the red
LEDs,
diodes that are sitting there.
The red, so they include so for the Emerson effect and all these sort of photosynthetic effects that the sun naturally produces, they're going to be produced from the Gavita LED too. And then apart from that, they've got a cover over the LEDs, which some might see as a positive, some might see as a negative.
Now, Durun did mention at the expo that this one is not waterproof at the stage.
Correct.
But they, in the following editions, they may be R65.
Yes.
So this was a test model.
This
Yeah,
was
it was a
the
test
prototype.
model.
We're
Yeah,
looking at the
I mean,
prototype,
This is
right?
a prototype of it, yeah.
Yeah.
You won't even find these in grow shops in Europe.
Yeah. They're in America right now.
It's a North American product
Yeah.
at the moment. So,
But they're coming to South Africa already.
They're coming to South Africa. They're available for order through
On the
Gavita.
wall.
Yeah.
They are available for order. You're looking at a similar kind of price to the Fluence 2P.
Just the head-on competitor.
Exactly. It's the direct competitor. You're looking at around 30K or so, or what we call about $1,300 plus shipping taxes. So it's going to compete directly with the Fluence 2P. But it's also then going to come with the backup of Gavita. You know, they're really committed to our country. They're going to come R&D. Twice a year they're going to be coming out for expos.
Dedicated to our country.
Right. You know what I mean? They sponsor us this light. They bring us this light to say, let's do LED in South Africa. It's a perfect product for your market. So yeah, we're quite chuffed.
Yeah. I think the one thing that I noticed, it's a con, but this is a prototype at the stage, is that we didn't find mounting
For sure.
places for the hangers. But obviously this is just prototype, and in the
R&D
commercial
on its own,
version,
The commercial version will have proper hanging.
All hanging
But
fixed
at the same time, when you actually, when you look at the unit and you look at what they have provided for hanging, which is similar to Fluence, it's just small, I almost want to say machine extras.
Yeah. So like a wire.
Well, a wire, or you know,
Twine.
the way they've attached this to this, there's a little gap between the two screws. And their idea is this must be flush against your tent, or this must be flush against your roof.
Maximum, yeah.
Maximum.
It's quite hot up here though, I mean, to put flush
It's
against
hot.
the top.
So sure, you might, maybe flush is a strong word. They are hot on top.
You're right. You obviously need your ventilation.
Right.
Phase. Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that's something they'll need to sort out. Where Fluence, on the other hand, they actually give you multiple options. When you order from Fluence, you have a multiple option of what kind of hanging you want, what kind of cord you want,
Length of
and what
cable.
length of cable you want.
They give you a lot of options at the Fluence,
They
yeah.
give you, well,
something
it's
maybe
We don't
same.
even know what this
Filtering
is though
out the
yet.
following
I'm
one.
sure when they have this online or for sale,
No,
they'll
it
give
is
you those
already.
options.
It is
Yeah.
already. You get an option. In fact, the only difference between the Gavita models are the options you take with it. So it's kind of like a car vibe. You know,
Yeah.
you've got a
Any
2
extras?
liter. What extras do you want?
Yeah.
You know, you want the 10-foot cable, right? It's a little bit more. You want-
So, who would be the ideal customer to buy this light?
Ideally, all South Africans, I think.
Sure.
I would be the ideal customer to buy this light. You know, it's a light that's
From an energy point, I think it's perfect for the Durban.
Durban, anyone by the coast.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Well, everyone, right?
For everyone.
For everyone.
It's very good. It's just that it'll use a lot less electricity, and we've got a lot of problems with just in the countryside.
But
It's
also the
definitely gonna serve
cost.
us.
The cost is a lot greater.
That's
You know,
the
that's what
downside.
you're always going to look at. The cost, you know, if you look at a 1,600 micromole light, say from Gavita and HPS, you're looking at half, if not almost maybe a third of the cost of an LED. So the cost is still prohibitive for a lot of people.
But then the downside is you're gonna have to then cool that heating.
There we go.
This doesn't require. This requires heating.
This requires heating in winter.
Opposed to cooling. So
Durban,
you also then have to weigh up your
what's your environment like?
Well, that's it. If you're going somewhere it's very warm, shit, you're on the money with this because it's just it requires exhaust, runs cool. You don't have to worry about heating anything. You're happy days. If you're running somewhere it's cold, you're gonna have to get a heater in. So then is it worth it? Would you rather than
Not efficient anymore. Then.
HIDs might be then your best option on the Gavita 1000 watt because then that at least gives you heat in the room. So yeah, it's quite a.
So how fast do you want to drive? How fast do you want to drive? It's going to cost you the same. You know?
So, what can we take away from this to wrap up our review today? What we could say is that for a 1x1 space,
For tent growers, it's a
Vegetable
perfect
power.
light.
But beyond that, surely, well, what I would imagine as an LED customer, if I'm looking at a high-end LED, like a 30,000 rand, $1,500 light, what I'm going to look at is who's my competitor? What's my competitor? What am I tossing up? I'm in the market for this product.
competitive edge.
What are my options? And just by looking, you can almost see how Gavita have got a slightly yellower light or closer to an HPS kind of frequency, where Fluence have gone for the slightly bluer light.
Crisper light, yeah.
Right, the crisper light. So you might find Fluence has a better color rendering index, but maybe the Gavita gives you a better photosynthetic return or reaction. But that obviously is going to come out in tests and trials, and you're going to have to. The science might say one thing, and the plant will tell you another thing. So I always think to myself, if I'm the customer, if I'm buying this, why would I buy this one over buying this one? And the first thing that I'd say is the spectrum looks closer to an HPS spectrum, or something that I know, that I trust, and it's a name that I trust. You know, it's
Sure.
I mean,
So they come with a 3-year
it's
Gavita
3-year
warranty.
Gavita warranty. They're in the country.
And we
they'll
service you
swap out your-
directly.
Exactly.
We're authorized dealers.
We
and
authorized
distributors.
dealers. They know who we are. We got them on WhatsApp, kind of.
For sure,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you need a new unit. Here's a new unit.
Give the customer new unit.
There you go. So that's what's really great about them. But we mustn't take away from Fluence. They've been really great with their backup. They really have. They've been very, very good. So that's what I think is most poignant, or what's most important. Is which one are you going to buy and why? You know?
I think that's about it.
That's it.
It's a wrap. Until next time, subscribe.
The pop-up
Cheers.
guru.